think any other city will live up to this hype. A man pulled a pew pew out. We went on horseback, riding up and down the freeway. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Boy howdy, it's been a while since I have been on here making a video. I have been planning a wedding, I have been working, building my business, doctor appointments, and just so much stuff, traveling, and wow, it has been a lot. So, hi. What you might not know about me is that I am based in Austin, Texas. I'm originally from Connecticut, and then I went to college in College Station, Texas, and then I ended up here after college. I've been here for 2 years. I moved here in January of 2023. Yeah, 2023. God, it feels like so long ago. So I've been here for just over 2 years, and since I've been here, I have learned so much about what it means to live in Austin, what Austin is all about, the pros, the cons, but there are some things that really took me back that I had no idea about. So today I would like to share this with you, hopefully give you a little bit of insight about what it's like to live in Austin if you ever want to move here, which honestly, just full transparency, I love Austin. I don't think I ever want to leave. It's a fabulous city. It's honestly just a dream come true from, a country girl. So without further ado, these are 8 things I did not expect about Austin, Texas. Number 1, Austin is a big city that feels like a little hometown. I've been to tons of big cities. I've been to New York, I've been to Boston, I've been all over the place, but Austin doesn't quite compare. Now, population-wise, yeah, it's not the biggest city, but you would think that as Texas's capital, it would feel like a bigger city. I mean, it's got huge buildings, it's always being reconstructed and expanding, people are moving here. You would expect to have that big city feel, but when you move here, you realize that there's a pretty tight-knit community here that makes it feel smaller than what it actually is. This has been the easiest place for me to make friends, connect with other people, and just make this place my home. Even though there's, a huge amount of land in Austin, you can still run into people that you know. There are events that everybody goes to, which makes it so much easier to hang out with friends, to meet new people. There are clubs and organizations at the wazoo. You can join pretty much anything that you want. Whatever you're interested in, there's a club for it. And this feeling is only enhanced by how nice everyone is. This might be like the nicest group of people I've ever met. I just came from Aggieland, College Station, where everyone was nice there too, but sometimes it felt fake. Actually, quite a lot of times, it felt just service level, fake niceness. But here, people genuinely want to get to know you, want to know why you're in Austin, what you're doing, what you like to do, what are your hobbies, do you have any pets? It's honestly so refreshing. All right, number 2 is that there is a huge dog culture. So me personally, I don't have any dogs. I grew up with them. I love dogs, they're sweet. I am definitely more of a cat person. I got 3 of them. But here, if you like dogs, you will fit in very, very easily. Dog culture is alive and well, and it reminds me a lot of Colorado, especially Colorado Springs. There is a very big dog culture there. Dogs are welcomed in almost every space. Parks are designed for dogs, and there's a lot of flexibility for people's pets. Here in Austin, there are restaurants that allow dogs in. There are so many dog parks, and even for the super big dog lovers, there have been people I've seen in the grocery store that bring their dogs in. I don't know, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but pretty much if you have a dog, people are going to be super accepting of it. Not to mention, aside from just allowing dogs in spaces, there are tons and tons and tons of authentic dog shops, small local shops that you can go in and get dog food and get your dog groomed, the nails clipped, but not like PetSmart or the other one, Petco. These are small local shops, so you can feel like you're contributing to local businesses by bringing yourself and your dog to these spaces. While I myself don't have a dog, I have seen that in my own apartment complex, the dog people all come together in the evening. There's like a dog park in the middle of my apartment complex, and so they go there and they hang out and they drink beer, and it's the cutest thing ever. Like, it's so wholesome, like bringing you and your pets to go enjoy each other's presence and spend the evening that way. I get jealous sometimes. I'm like, maybe I should get a dog so I can make more friends. Number 3, Austin has some really weird traditions. If you know about Austin, or maybe you're in Texas, you already know about South by Southwest, which is like a business, tech, and party event. It's just a weird mesh of clubbing and podcasters and actual celebrities coming together with like businesses, and it's about networking. I'm just like grabbing things from the information that I know about. We also know about ACL, Austin City Limits. Austin City Limits is an annual music festival, which is so freaking cool. I saw Chapel Roan last year and it just blew my mind. It was incredible, and I also won VIP tickets, which got me like free drinks, free hair designs, and a whole bunch of merch. It was the coolest experience ever. But regardless, people know about those, right? Like, maybe you don't, but those are fairly normal, but still very unique to Austin. But then there's other things. Like, did you know every single year since the 70s, we have been celebrating Eeyore's birthday? I went to this with my parents and my fiance last year, and it was almost exactly what I was expecting. Basically, a bunch of hippies and musicians come together at the park. They're dancing, they're playing like the drums or bongos or whatever. There's a ton of, and then you can get drinks, you can lounge, there's food. But I'm telling you that Eeyore's birthday party will take you back to the 70s. It's like people are doing the 70s stuff, if you know what I mean. This is YouTube, so I can't say the words. But like simultaneously, you'll see just like a group of ladies walk by with their tits out. So like, if that's your scene, you might like Eeyore's birthday party. It's just a really fun tradition, super hippie, super like liberal as Austin is. There are other traditions that make Austin really unique, like chicken shit bingo. Just look it up. I've never played, but just look it up. But I do think these quirks are what make Austin so cool and unique.
Okay, just hopping in to say, like, as I'm editing, the weekend after I filmed, I attended an anti-fascist Purim pickle party. So Purim is a Jewish holiday, and then it was pickle themed. So you get the vibe.
Number 4, the weather is so unpredictable. And look, I come from New England, right? I come from Connecticut, so I'm familiar with unpredictable. I know that, you know, it could snow in April. There might be a hurricane during hurricane season. There could be a downpour on the back side of the house, but in the front side of the house, it's nice and sunny. But Austin has a different kind of unpredictable because it is way hotter. Literally last month, February, in the same week, we had a freeze and then it transitioned to 85-degree heat. And it was so confusing. Like, I was just planting my seeds and then I had to like bring them back into the house and then put them back outside when the freeze was done. And it was so hard to keep up with. Look, if the heat is not for you, then Austin might not be for you. The summers get very hot. It can get up to 110 degrees. That is not abnormal, but normally I would say it stays around 95, 100 during the summer. And there's not a whole lot of rain. So just consider that. Number 5, Austin is very casual. And on one hand, it's really nice. You don't feel like you have to dress up to go to the grocery store. But on the other hand, for someone like me who likes kind of the nicer things, it can be a bit boring at times. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. People in Austin don't give a what you wear. But here's the good news, if you are kind of like me who likes to dress up and be a little bit posh and preppy, people in Austin don't care. People in Austin don't care what you wear. Dude, we have people stripping and running in the street on a weekly basis. That's just normal. We have men on horseback riding up and down the freeway. One of the coolest things about Austin is that you can do whatever you want and nobody cares. You're not shocking to them. I've seen the craziest things in Austin. So like, Austin is a great place to do whatever you want. It's okay. Dress the way that you want, do your hair the way that you want, act the way that you want, as long as you're not an asshole. And you're fine. In fact, people will probably welcome you because Austin's all about being weird. It's just one thing that I noticed while being here. Being near Boston and New York and just New England, I guess. It's very normal to dress up for the whole year. So that's just how I grew up. I grew up getting dressed up for high school, and it was a big shift moving to Texas and Austin. With this being said, you won't find a lot of fine dining spots here. You'll find a whole lot of casual food, and we'll get to that. But if you're looking for fine dining, there are limited spots here where you're gonna be blown away. All right, number 6. Austin has beautiful natural landscapes. Stunning compared to like the rest of Texas. Now look, I say that, I've been here for like 7 years. I haven't been very far to the west of Texas, but what I've heard is that's dry and flat and barren. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But Austin is just like a green oasis in the middle of all the rest of Texas. It's hilly, there are parks everywhere, different gardens in Austin. Then there's the river. If you like outdoor activities, Austin is the place for you. I promise there are an unlimited amount of outside activities that you can do here. For me personally, I love it because I can do a whole lot of foraging all year round. And to find a city where you can forage in is so rare. Like if you're into that, you know, it is incredibly rare. So I really, really appreciate that Austin is so green and verdant and just beautiful. I really didn't know how much there was to the outdoor culture here and the landscape. All right, number 7 is that public transportation is almost non-existent and pretty unreliable. Technically, public transportation does exist across Austin, and technically you can use it. It's fairly cheap to use, but it's pretty well known for being quite unreliable, so I don't think you'll want to use it to get to work. It's often late, often it breaks down, and honestly, I just would not trust it. I really think it needs an upgrade, a change, something. We gotta do something different. But on top of that, it is quite unsafe. I've had personal experiences on public transportation that makes me never want to use it again. And it's one thing to just like be a woman, right? Using public transportation. I wouldn't recommend using Austin public transportation. I've heard of people getting groped. I've heard of people getting like stared at and recorded. So I wouldn't recommend it. I know it's so sad that this is something we have to deal with, but I wouldn't recommend it. Me personally, I was with my fiance getting groceries when a man pulled a pew-pew out. So that made me never use it ever again. And with that being said, Austin is a pretty car-reliant city. So if you move here, don't rely on public transportation. You need to get a car. Hopefully one day in the future this will change. I do love that there is a train that goes through Austin and I can get to Dallas, Fort Worth really, really easily to see family. But other than that, public transportation, no. There are lots of Ubers, but don't use the bus. Number 8, and I think my favorite of all, like the biggest shock to me, because this is so important to me. Austinites take their food so seriously. And I think this is one of the things that shocked me the most because I am such a foodie and Austin is the place that I need to be. There are unlimited options for food. And let me just like list some of them just so you get an idea of all of the different cuisine options. First off, tacos. Tacos rule Austin. Tacos are the food of the city. There are taco trucks, there's authentic tacos, there's like bougie tacos, you know, like the trendy tacos. Then there's sushi. You can get so much sushi all across the city, but specifically North Austin. North Austin has incredible sushi, and if you want like Asian food, North Austin has Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, like whatever you want, you will find it in North Austin. That is where the Asian food's gonna be. And then from there, I mean, there is seafood, southern food, Indian food. My place is Jaipur Palace. That's where I get my biryani. They have the best chicken biryani ever. You'll find Nigerian food, Irish pubs, like whatever you want. It is here. Like no matter what I am craving, I will be able to get that food. And that is one of the best things about living in Austin. Like, I don't think any other city will live up to this hype. And it's not just the options that you have. Like, that in its own right is incredible and impressive. The culture here is centered around food. Let me explain. If you look at the events in Austin year-round, you will find free food being given out everywhere. Free crawfish boils, free drinks. And I don't know how these organizations or businesses make money off of this, but it is everywhere. And it always gives me something to do, which is super cool. Honestly, I think the food is my favorite, just shocking thing about Austin to me. And it's probably what's gonna keep me here for a very long time. So guys, those are the 8 things about Austin that completely took me by surprise. I did not know how good the food would be. I did not know about the dogs. I didn't know about any of these things, and that's what makes Austin so cool. Like, it's just such a unique, special city. And if you haven't come here, I highly recommend that you do. If you haven't traveled here, make it a weekend. Like, I feel Austin is a very forgotten city. Even if it's like the capital of Texas, it still is not really thought about if you're not from Texas. And if you are from Austin, do you agree? I only have 2 years under my belt, but who knows, like maybe you're a veteran and you've got some even crazier stuff in your brain. All right guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you being here. And if you want to see more from me and maybe some more content about Austin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notifications from me every single time that I post. It's a win-win for real. You have a beautiful day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.